This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Monday, September 19th of 2022. I'm LQ, and you're listening to episode 322 of the BCC Podcast. Joining me today is Leo.
Hello.
Ford.
Speak first.
It is good to be back.
You say that like you haven't been on every episode. Mace is back.
Hello, it is good to be back.
You missed one episode in the last 4 years, Ford.
And it felt like just as long. So it's just like I had a really bad cold when you were doing the loader episode, and it stayed with me for like 2 weeks. It was awful. So yeah, I'm finally like pretty much mostly over it. Like I'm at like 99% efficiency now. So
what you need to do is you need to take that nasal swab and just like stick it in one side of the nose and out
I
the other
hate
one.
that so much.
Pull it.
I only ever did that once.
How would that help?
It's not really going to help. It'll make him look really stupid.
So it would help us.
Help us, yes.
Okay. There we go.
I actually
Overall.
got a saline sinus rinse that really helped me out.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you did do that. That was my idea.
Yes,
Snorting
and thank you
salt.
for that. That really helped. Steam treatments, plenty of lozenges and juice.
Cocaine.
If you want
So, and a lot of bed rest. Like maybe way too much because now I'm like behind on everything.
Wow.
That's what you need a paralegal for.
Don't get sick when you're in grad school, everybody. Leo, you should take note of this.
I haven't been sick yet.
I just didn't go to grad school, so
Well
I'm
done.
good.
Yeah, don't get sick in grad school.
If you don't go to school at all, you can get sick as much as you want.
Not true, because then I don't get paid. But
Yeah.
you get paid
Don't-
if
don't
you're
get sick.
don't you, Mace?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
That's the life. I did once.
Yeah, but you get paid.
Wait, do you not get sick pay?
I don't get any sick pay currently, no.
Well,
That's
you're still a contractor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
okay.
So I've been called out sick once in the time I worked this
Yeah.
job.
Your freedom comes with.
And remember, not only that, but I only work 3 days a week, so a third of my paycheck is taken out if I take one sick day.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
If I worked like the beginning part of the week, I could probably make up the time later, but since I worked the last 3 days and they won't transfer, time between them, like the pay frame is in the 1 week. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, maybe you could also put your head together with Kevin and think about reworking y'all's schedules.
My schedule isn't that bad compared to
This
his.
is yeah.
That
this
is true.
bad.
And I am
Maybe-
on call every night that I work when I'm on my way back. So
That's right. But you should definitely do it with Kevin more so.
yes, you should. I've told him about it many, many times.
Mhm.
Chicken's
Yeah,
not
he was
that
here.
important.
He was here last episode for Labor Day,
Yep.
and that's the only reason I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday. I mean, he's going to plumbing school. He's been taking those classes, so that's good for him.
Is he getting an apprenticeship anytime soon?
And that's his goal. I think he's just starting the hands-on stuff, so it might be within the next year that he
Alright.
gets
It
that.
ain't much, but it's honest work.
Ah.
Well, speaking of 8 months, y'all had a big trip.
Oh, yes. I went to go and visit Mace. Actually, wasn't a big trip necessarily, because I didn't take any time off for it. I've just been going nonstop until today. So,
Mhm.
Oh my!
A bigger trip than I've had this year.
no, you
But-
isn't Ford. You went with us on a trip.
That is true, and it was pretty
Yeah.
cool because
This
I got
year.
to see my friend get married, but I don't really like him that much. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Rude.
well, I don't like you much either.
Wasn't that great for Leo, I guess.
yeah. I mean, he's the one who got married.
They know.
His life is
Um,
over as we know it.
Leo's been here more than anyone else since.
But how's the trip? What was the itinerary?
Well, the itinerary basically ended up being last minute, so somehow it got miscommunicated, and Mace thought we were arriving at 11 a.m. instead of p.m.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Also, the rental car got screwed up, and that was incredibly stressful and complicated, and then we waited in line like an hour and a half to get it.
Any update on that?
Darn.
They charged me something, but the amount I cannot match up with the receipt, and I don't know if there's going to be another charge or...
You
yeah,
should
I
call
still...
them.
I don't want to call them, because it's just every time I've worked with their customer service, which has been a lot, I've just ended
Which
up walking away
company
more
is this?
confused. This is with Budget.
Yeah, that's why.
Look forward, I'm not fancy. I can't afford a better rental car, especially still because like I'm just a few months away from being 25.
Well, I mean, you could have just
Congratulations
driven
on
down
being
there,
young.
but, you know,
That's a long drive, Ford.
but it's
You should
worth
know.
it.
Yeah.
Ford,
Ford,
you
we
realize
drove
it's like
down to
a
Alabama.
25-hour drive. It's further than Alabama.
It's far.
It is not a 25-hour drive.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
yes, it is.
From
It's 12 hours from Cincinnati. At
To Orlando?
Florida.
To Orlando?
Yeah.
No,
It was 12 hours to Auburn.
Or no, I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm thinking of Vera Beach. I think
Yeah, no. That's you're
which is
looking
up
at
north.
minimum another 5 hours down from the from the Alabama Georgia border,
Eh,
depending on traffic.
Like you
okay.
can make the drive like the first. Usually has to be done in 2 days because it's really hard to do the thing in one day.
Right, and your schedule didn't allow for that. Darn. Mhm.
Also, it's probably cheaper to fly at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The
okay.
rent. I mean, with the rental car, it was not as cheap as it could be.
It was a nice car, though.
Yeah, the car is actually very nice. We had a Nissan Rogue, and I actually really like that car. That was a nice car, and it got very good fuel economy as well.
How would y'all like driving around town?
Florida drivers are absolute morons.
You are correct.
Yeah.
They're like the least courteous drivers in the world.
Nope. Those belong to Texas.
Texas was scarier, but honestly, I feel like the drivers were worse in Orlando.
Oh, Cincinnati. That's
Like,
scary.
and
place
I'd
to
rather
drive.
drive in Orlando just because the roads are not as many lanes generally, but and I'm calculating it without any stops, it's about a 19-hour drive. So, and with a 19-hour
25 hours. I told you.
with actually like eating and using the bathroom at that point.
I don't count that.
You have to, Ford.
That's not necessary for human life.
But no, like especially because the first, like I said, we got our car like it was at 11:30 at night at that point. Also, we were starving.
Yeah, you got checkers.
See, I
Yeah.
told you. You don't have to eat. I mean, you do eventually,
went-
but you don't have to eat for over a day.
We stopped at
The human
Checkers.
body provides, all right?
We got Checkers.
Yeah,
It's pretty
I didn't
alright.
eat any.
No, Mace. I offered to bring Mace something, and he refused. He
I already
survives
had
off of
dinner. I
dew
had
and
a
energy
date
and
going on, my
universe.
guy. I had to cut it short.
I thought something was weird. I'm like, Mace isn't responding to a message, and he should know we're coming.
I was a little distracted, not gonna lie. It was going well.
I mean, it worked out.
Yeah. I got back and got everything ready enough in time-ish.
I mean, we were pretty late, so it helped you. And we couldn't find the entrance to the apartment complex.
That helped. That helped.
So yeah, we
That
got
also
there. And yeah, no one respects turn signals in Florida. Like, if you're merging lane, you're like, here, if you use a turn signal to change lanes,
Yes.
people are generally going to let you. No one cares in Florida.
Yeah, whenever I'm doing it on I-4 and someone's trying to merge in front of me and they have 50 feet of space because I'm giving them all the space they could need, I have to jerk my head in the motion at them repeatedly just to get them to be brave enough to move into the space I gave them.
Well, the thing is, here, even though, the thing is, motorcycle drivers are normally awful about that. Because here, a motorcycle decided to nearly kill himself because I was already merging, and then he just speeds right past me as I'm merging.
Well, I may be the only motorcycle driver with full brains and skills combined, possibly. The only one I've encountered, but it still stands to reason that if I give you 50 feet of space, please just merge into the space.
Well, just remember, you have to look twice for motorcycles because they don't look out for you.
It's true.
Swerving between traffic is illegal.
The
So I do
traffic
not do it.
on I-4.
Oh, people do that all the time on motorcycles here.
But it's illegal.
But that means it's fun,
But it's twice as likely to die. I like sitting
which
on
makes it even more fun.
I like my motorized chair as much as the next guy, but I don't want to become street pizza.
Yeah, the traffic on I-4 generally, even during the busiest parts, wasn't the worst though. I think it is a little bit better than it used to.
Everyone
be.
convinced me it was going to be some horrifying disaster that you should never ever do. It's
also
easily tameable
improved
beast.
in the 20 years since I've lived.
That's
there.
what I've been told.
But
Like
it's
they've
still-
expanded the
if
interstate.
the people would just have a brain, then it wouldn't be that bad.
Florida drivers are the worst drivers in the world. I tell people this all the time.
Now, okay,
No,
It-
that's Texas.
I haven't been to New Jersey, but everyone I've known from New Jersey is an awful driver. Sport's still here. Ford.
I resent
Not
that.
as hard anymore.
No,
I
you don't
resent that.
You don't resent it. You resemble it.
No, I resent that.
It's not just Ford. Ford might be one of them, but
Excuse me?
Ford, I've made it no secret that you tailgate way too much.
I do not tailgate.
You-
Your definition of tailgating is being like 10 cars back from somebody.
No,
I'm
in
like,
the space
okay.
of one car is tailgating.
No, what? No, it's not.
Yes, it
Tailgating
is.
is being like right on their bumper, okay?
That's like an extreme tailgating. Tailgating is having less than one full
Extreme
car.
tailgating?
Tailgating is having less than one car's space
Okay,
between you.
they
Yes.
literally teach
You're
you.
so-
They teach you in driver's school. It's in the driver's manual in the state of New Jersey
Nah,
to
helping your
keep
case.
at least one car space away from a
Yeah,
moving vehicle.
least.
all
That's a
times.
minimum.
Minimum one.
That's a minimum.
Minimum.
It's
like a
also in
10
the
mile.
driver's manual that's supposed to take the miles per hour you're driving at, divided by 10, and keep that many car lengths away from the guy in
Mhm.
front of you.
Nobody does that.
I do that.
And that's why we have so many traffic fatalities.
I keep plenty of space between. I need to brake. I only have 2 tires. I need a lot of space.
Shouldn't you
People
have
are
to
no
break
fun.
less tires then? If you only have
The more
two,
tires
less
you
to
have, the
stop.
faster you can brake.
Hmm.
It's common.
Then what about-
Well, yeah,
Hi.
because you have 2 more brakes.
Try
so.
testing that theory by standing in front of an 18-wheeler.
That's an interesting theory. I suppose the weight to wheel ratio plays a
Well, you also have
significant
reaction time. to
You know
deal
what
with.
you need is just like an
My
ejection
reaction time is perfect.
just like an
No,
ejector
I mean the
seat.
guy's reaction time and the 18-wheeler who's driving it.
If you have an ejector seat and then like one of those suits that gets all puffy.
Oh no! I want a gliding suit. You know how awesome that would be to
I don't think
eject
you
at
have
70
enough.
miles per hour and glide across. I mean, you'd probably die, but it'd be so much
Like in
fun.
Tron. Was it in Tron? Did you have a gliding suit? No, you just had a parachute in Tron. Someone had a gliding suit in a movie.
The Batman.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's
Someone
it.
in
He
a
gets the
movie
top
has
of
had a
the-
Oh
gliding
yeah, the
station
Batman.
and
Then he
jumps
like
off.
runs into the lamppost at way too high of a speed to
That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Like he should have died. But...
Best part of the movie.
So anyway, once the 3 of you get out of the car.
Then we go to bed.
Okay.
No, I think we watched
Yeah.
Monk and then we went to bed. Mace got
Yeah,
a
we
new
watched-
Mace has a very nice TV.
Ah.
Yeah,
It's like the biggest TV I've ever seen.
It is
Well-
as big as 3 me's put together.
Well, Monk is a good thing to watch on that.
Have you
Yes,
seen
it
Monk,
is.
Leo?
Yeah.
I didn't know you
I haven't
watched Monk.
Classic.
Haven't
Everyone's
finished it,
seen
but
Monk.
Great
I've seen
show.
Monk.
Great show.
I only just started watching it recently. Though the pilot, we
man.
watched the pilot. The pilot's not the best. It's
No.
way too long.
Pilots
yeah.
generally aren't great.
I mean,
The
it was
second
more
pilot
than
It depends on
good.
your pilot. Depends on your pilot.
Mhm.
I give you that. Oh, wait till you get to the trash strike episode.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's the best one. I quote that regularly.
So yeah, then we do that. Then we go to bed. Next morning, we get up. We go to church.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're gonna go eat lunch at Kroger. Kroger has some good sandwiches. We don't
There's a
have
Kroger
Kroger
in-
here.
There's a Kroger in Florida?
No, didn't we do Publix?
Oh,
not
sorry,
Kroger?
Publix, not Kroger.
You
I
northerner.
was thinking
Yeah, I
either
was about to
like
say.
do
All
they
of-
still have Winn
all of the
Dixie down
upper
there?
class,
Yeah.
all of the
Wow,
upper class
I'm taking
grocery
back.
stores like kind of bleed together for me.
Well,
Mm.
Publix is, a Florida homegrown chain.
Okay.
So
I feel like I've
Yeah,
seen
put
Publix elsewhere
respect on
though,
its name.
yeah, it's elsewhere in the South.
because I actually feel like we have some Publix here.
It's branched out to a few other states for sure because it is
Yeah.
that good.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
I mean, it's
Yep.
more expensive than I normally would shop at a place for, but I mean, the
cheaper than Whole
sandwiches were
Foods.
good. Well, that's true. Whole Foods is like a rich people store.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Publix is just an expensive store.
Like
There's
once
a-
Whole Foods started moving into the Orlando area, the Publix prices started dropping. So
I mean,
that was
what
good.
we've got here, like the fancier grocery stores, are Family Fare.
What?
Family Fare.
Do you have Family Fare anywhere you guys are at?
No.
Ford probably does, because he's close enough. We have most of the same
I've
chains.
never heard of a family fair in my life.
You never. It used to be Felposh back in the day.
How
Nope.
posh.
Never heard of it.
See, I'll take those dumb made up names like
There's this
Publix.
one place. There's this one like little place called the Fresh Market. Like it's literally
Mate,
just
you say
called
that
the
you have-
Fresh Market,
Mace,
and
you
it looks
have
really ghetto, so
a
I don't go
grocery
there.
store chain called Piggly Wiggly. You can't judge anything.
Ah, yes.
No,
Piggly
I
Wiggly.
judge Piggly Wiggly all the time.
Now that
It's a bad name, my
Mm.
guy.
It
It
has
It would be
sounds-
okay for barbecue.
it sounds like it should be a
great
cheap barbecue or cheap party store, not a higher end grocery store.
but
But
it
it
has
needs to be a
Porky
middle
Pig's
class
head on it.
barbecue. Middle class barbecue.
I'm hungry now. Dang.
But
I made
anyway,
some really
after-
good bacon for dinner today. It was
Very
really
nice
good.
for it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
anyway, if we want to
After-
go over the
after-
rest of the trip, we went.
Yes, I would like to hear about the trip.
We went to Epcot. We rode the new Guardians coaster.
Yes,
Oh,
we
nice.
It Mace probably thinks I'm too pessimistic about it, but I did have a lot of good things to say about Rise of the Resistance, so I can't say I'm not
Ah.
fair.
Boo.
I knew
boo.
you
We
would-
do not like Star Wars in
Well,
this
you
house.
have-
Boo.
The Guardians coaster, the track is fine. The vehicles are fine. It's an enjoyable coaster. However, it is it's fun, and that's the extent of it. It is very unimaginative.
That's well.
It's
it is
just-
modern
It is my
Disney for
favorite
ya.
Epcot ride, though.
I like Spaceship Earth and the American
Wait,
Adventure.
wait. They put it in Epcot and not that Avengers Campus.
They don't
whatever?
have that in Florida. They can't do that.
Oh, okay. I
Because
thought it
Because
was
remember,
reversed.
in
owns
Florida,
the
we have
rights.
Universal Studios.
The only reason Guardians got the
Right.
coaster is because of a loophole in the contract with Universal.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, which
And
means
it
all the
should
good
have
rides
been
are
in
still Alice Adventure.
Tomorrowland.
It
Well-
yeah. Or Hollywood
Probably.
Studios actually would have made the most sense.
Oh no, yeah, Hollywood Studios. That
Definitely,
would
especially once they took out the great movie ride.
Ah, and you know how many times I mentioned that on that trip?
a lot.
Yes.
Well, it bears
But we'll
repeating.
get to Hollywood Studios. We're on Epcot.
Yeah, we
right
did
now.
Epcot. We did everything. We saw the American Adventure, one of my favorite shows.
I slept
Mhm.
through it again.
Well, again, you slept through
Every
it last
single
time
time.
we were there.
Every single time. I don't mean
Mace
to.
has no knowledge of the Civil War.
I always fall asleep by or before the Civil War moment. I don't mean to, but I do.
Is there something about Mark Twain's voice that just puts you to sleep?
Well, I have his and Benjamin Franklin's autobiographies in my read section of my bookcase.
Hmm.
I may just be too well versed in the subject.
I should get those autobiographies.
Mace just has a lack of patriotism.
No.
I have both of their autobiographies. That's more than you can say. You just watch their sideshow.
Yeah.
Mace,
Mace
I've
is
got
like
Mark
one of the
Twain's
most-
autobiography right here beside me.
Well, I wasn't counting on that now, was I?
Yeah, I mean, the people on the stream can't see it, but you guys can see it from my webcam.
And yours is fancier than my copy. Okay, you win.
I don't know where this came from. I just found
You're
it
the
on
true
the floor the
American.
other day. But
I mean,
it's
in my
it's such a
defense,
nice
I wasn't.
book.
I was just born.
All
in
books
America.
should be hardcover and leather. That's such a nice.
Just so everybody knows who's listening, he actually put on his camera so he could show us this book about Mark Twain.
Yep.
Joke's on you. I believed you anyway.
So
But so yeah, and trying to think of what else we did in Epcot. We got some overpriced food.
Oh, a
Naturally.
lot of overpriced food. And
Disney
that got
World.
us a free.
Oh yeah. So we had this thing. Epcot's got the Food and Wine Festival going on, and they had this thing where
Oh,
you
is
can
it?
stamp your passport, and you eventually get a free dessert once you get so many of these very specific dishes. I mean, it probably screwed us
5
over in the end, but it was
dishes.
fun.
And they had,
Hmm.
and they were cheese related,
Yes.
all 5.
And then
because
we got
it's
a
based
free-
on Remy's fat brother.
Yes. So what we call like.
So you're eating a food and it's named after a rat.
So then it became
Okay.
we called it O'Neill's Cheese Brotherhood or something, and then eventually changed to the Brotherhood of the Cheese.
Oh, that's what that was supposed to be. Oh.
Yes, and then it changed to the Fellowship of the Brotherhood of the Cheese or something like that.
But eventually our quest was completed and we got strawberry cheesecake ice cream thingy.
Yep, and that was nice.
Very
It was nice.
I didn't try the fries because I was pretty full by that. I got some caramel corn as well, which is good. They have really good caramel corn in Germany.
It was good. I don't eat much of popcorn or caramel, and I liked it.
Honestly, popcorn is probably the main thing people eat in my house.
It's just such a teeth teaser for me. I don't want to have a bunch of kernels in my mouth.
But it also is a very light, like, calorie snack if you want it.
That's true, and it goes really well with peanut M&Ms, as weird as
And
that is.
it goes great when you have caramel.
Yeah, it does. I used to not like caramel corn. I can't believe I didn't until I was like 18. But
Really?
I love caramel corn now.
Oh, you might have never had any good caramel
That's
corn
true
until that
also.
time.
I just forced myself to eat it until I liked it. No, it's true. That and mustard. You guys
It's the
remember
alcohol
that.
theory.
Well, yeah, I think that's what people do with beer. I just haven't done it with beer because it's expensive and not good for you. And you don't necessarily... There's no situation where, like, it's... Because I like it as an ingredient. I love beer as an ingredient with, like, meat and stuff. But so I figure, you know, I'm not missing out on too much by not drinking it.
Yeah, bourbon, whiskeys. That's
Yeah,
where it's
I
at.
like the hard stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
Fun.
scotch.
I
had
know,
a
you-
frozen scotch once. It was phenomenal.
Kevin and Mace got some drinks while we were there, but
yes.
I could never bring myself to buy drinks. There's food I'd rather pay for.
Mm.
Yeah, but I do food all the time. I love cooking.
Yeah.
So drinks is more of a special thing for me.
I get it.
So-
I just feel like I don't get as much enjoyment as I do out of like a dessert for the price. I did like when I do sometimes, like when we were in Auburn, we went to that Mexican place. They had a very good frozen margarita.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
that
ever
was
had
fun.
that, Leo?
I have not. I've only had one margarita. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was an awful margarita.
You were there for
Yes. No, this was it had like coconut cream in it and such. It was so good.
that. Mm.
It was really
Nice.
good. That's probably one of the best drinks I had. The food there was actually in general very good. I don't remember the name of that place, but I liked it.
Was that the karaoke place?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember the prices being somewhat decent as well. Though if I don't remember the price being an issue, it was probably decent.
Well, they ran
Yeah.
the place like it was a diner, which I liked. Though it did not have the trappings of a usual diner, which
Because
I
it was a
understood.
Mexican restaurant.
Which I understood.
Just stupid diner requirements.
But after that,
Next day was
we-
complicated.
Oh boy.
yes.
Um,
And
Why
then
is it
somewhere
complicated?
in between that, we watched some of the new season of Cobra Kai.
I feel like no, that wasn't until the next day.
Oh no, we watched the YouTube. We watched.
Yeah, we were
the
watching.
YouTube.
We watched the YouTube.
YouTube.
There's a YouTuber out there if anyone's interested. It is always makes me laugh too much. The Sam O'Neill Academy.
Oh, salmonella.
Yeah. It's
Uh,
not O'Neill.
Is it?
Swiss
Sarah-
Miss
not spelled
Instant
O'Neill, it's
Kiss.
I
not
Sarah said
pronounced
Sam O'Neill
O'Neill.
somewhere. You're right though. Yeah. So it's hilarious. So we watched some of those. And yep, then went to Hollywood Studios next day. Rise of the Resistance wasn't open the last time. For those of you who don't know, that's like the big Star Wars ride they have there. It wasn't open last time. I actually didn't think we'd get on it, but it must have happened like sometime very recently that they no longer have virtual queue. So we were. Oh wait, I guess I missed out on a part. Mace had jury duty.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And
I did not
it
know
went
about that.
on for 8 hours, and I never even got interviewed for the jury. I was held for so long that they said they're no longer legally able to hold me.
Yeah, literally,
so
they
must
said
let
in
me
15
go.
minutes you're legally allowed to leave.
Literally got that notification over the intercom.
Amazing.
So then, yeah, Mace had to take an Uber over, but we figured when we like waited like at an IHOP for like an hour and a half, and then we figured at that point it's gonna be at least until 10:30, at least 2 hours. So
Was it the same IHOP as last year?
It was until
No.
like 3:30.
No.
So, ugh, what a waste of my day. The chairs were so uncomfortable. I fell asleep so many times.
So then
I still have not been summoned for jury duty.
I never have either.
I've been summoned 4 times.
4 times.
4 times.
You know you can't. You're not supposed to be summoned more than once a year, right?
Yeah. But 2 of the times I was dismissed before I ever even got to the courtroom.
Yeah, but you still aren't supposed to be summoned again in the same year. If you are, you're supposed to
Well-
tell them I've already been summoned this year.
Well, I don't know.
He knows that now.
Either way, I know it's been a year between this one and the last one, so
Also, check your mail because I did find out you could have deferred it.
yeah. But they said as long as I had a legal Osceola County license, which I do.
No,
then I
defer means
still
push
can.
it to later.
Oh yeah, no. I know. I just mean that other thing we discussed about.
Yeah, like because technically you don't live in that area anymore.
Yeah, they said that doesn't matter.
It shouldn't matter now, shouldn't it? Because you don't legally reside in that area. They got to change.
No,
the
no. As
license.
long as I still legally have a valid license that is from that county, it counts. I specifically talked to them about it. They said, no, yeah, still counts.
You
Doesn't
should get
matter.
that updated.
Yeah, but I've been on my feet for 15 straight days. I haven't done anything but everything. I'll get to chores and responsibilities tomorrow.
So, but in the meantime, me and Kevin, we actually get on Rise of the Resistance. It says 180-minute wait.
Oh boy.
We get on in 20 minutes.
What?
Yes.
Amazing.
The line just kept moving. It like stretched all the way out. You've never
Wow.
actually done the standby for that, of course, have you, Mace? Because
Never.
it just became a thing and didn't notify anyone. It used to be, so for people who don't know, it virtual queue where you have to like grab a reservation for it, and it's an awful system because you basically don't get it.
Interesting.
But yeah, we were standby and it went really fast and like it was a very enjoyable experience. I actually quite liked the ride. So I feel like I don't want to get into specifics of spoilers for anyone who might ever go there because it is fun to go in blind and what you'll see and what happens. It's a good experience. I'm very critical of modern Disney, but that is one of the better rides they've done. So we did that. Went on Toy Story at Tower of Terror, which I found out I still hate the feeling of dropping, but I pushed myself to do it anyways.
Oh yeah, you didn't do it last time we were.
Can never
No,
get
well, it
anyone
was
to go on that
remember,
ride.
it was closed the whole time last time.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's
Mhm.
right.
It was also broken out again when we got to the park that day. But we came back later and it was up. Then we went Rock and Roller Coaster. Then that broke down. That was probably our longest wait because it broke down while we were in line. We waited like an hour there. We're like, well, we don't have too much else to do before Mace gets here anyways because we wanted to wait for him to go on the Millennium Falcon. Because we needed a better sized crew.
Mm.
So we did that. We got some of the Star Wars docking bay food. Very good food. Very expensive, but at least it was very good food.
Did you get the blue milk?
Yes, but not until later. The thing we got was like this chicken dish with rice and vegetables and stuff with a pepper sauce that was very good. And this
Interesting.
ahi tuna salad with a cabbage slaw thing. And that was actually incredibly good. It was like $18 and wasn't enough to fill you up. But it is still tuna and it did taste very good.
There you go.
Also, this chocolate dessert thing. At that point, Mason said they are saying that we're legally allowed to leave. So, but his phone was almost dead.
Yeah, it had been on power saver mode for many hours at that point.
So, I call him an Uber, and then we come up with a few contingency plans to meet up if his phone dies.
Mm-hmm.
And he eventually does get there, though it's raining now. But that's
But only lightly.
Yeah. So, and then we we do some other stuff. We do Millennium Falcon a couple times. Go and look at some of the shops.
Oh man, when we rode that ride for the first time, we had the worst pilots I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, like our pilots are so awful. They crashed into everything.
Hondo insulted them so many times.
Wait, so what is this?
So you get to pilot the Millennium Falcon. You're trying to. It was built during. Remember when they were obsessed
really?
with hyperspace fuel being a thing?
Oh,
No.
coaxium
Yeah, that died fast.
jazz.
Yeah. So
No,
you're
that's
trying
not
to
the way
go
that-
and steal some of that.
And Hondo from the Clone Wars is the primary character in that ride.
Is it Jim Cummings?
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's actually a really cool animatronic of him that you get to see too.
Oh, perfect.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the pilots did such a bad job that he spent the entire ride insulting them.
So the next time me and Kevin got to be the pilots, and we flew an almost flawless run, except Kevin didn't hit the brakes when he was supposed to.
Well,
And you say I'm
naturally.
a bad driver.
I lost some points for shooting randomly at nothing. I'd do it again though, in a
Mace, watch your aim.
heartbeat.
No, but we got a good score this time. We didn't get fired.
Yeah. Although the ship didn't make it back completely intact.
Did y'all also go on Star Tours?
Yes, me and Kevin did. Mace was not there, but we did get the Boba Fett this time. The one remember we went,
perfect.
didn't we go on like 3 times when you were there, and we didn't get
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Didn't know Boba Fett.
The seismic charge Boba
Yeah,
Fett. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Based.
it's the best
like-
one.
It's like ear porn.
Essentially.
But it sounds nice.
Seismic charge. Never mind.
I believe that was his point.
Oh.
Yes, it sounds nice.
Leo, are you trying to explain what you just said to your wife?
No, honey, it's not what you think. It's Boba Fett.
It's Boba Fett, yes.
please let him on the podcast more. Don't let this be the last one.
So that was basically the highlights for Hollywood Studios. Next day, we took it a bit more easy, had some wings, and watched Cobra Kai, the new season, which is
Not
And-
good. It's not good.
It's not as good as the other seasons.
Yeah.
No,
Big rip.
it started out as like kind of a live action Ninjago, and then it just evolved into kind of a stupid soap opera. And I know it was always kind of soapy, but
But
like,
now
it
it's
was-
just like it
wasn't
was always a
always
soap opera, but it
stupid.
wasn't a cartoon, right? Like it wasn't a
Mhm.
complete like CW
was
style
just-
cartoon.
stupid, cliche, and oh so predictable.
Like-
Also, like, okay, so Sony's like, okay, we're gonna make a new Karate Kid movie, but it's gonna have nothing to do with Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's not going to go well. And Ralph Macchio is
What?
not going to be involved, so...
Yeah, like Galaxy Brains over here. Like, okay, you've got
Didn't
something
have-
that's
didn't
already
they
going well,
already
and you're like,
do that
okay,
with
we're not gonna
Jackie
do
Chan?
that.
Yep, they did.
Stupid.
Why are they doing it again? Didn't they already kind of try to do that with Hilary Swank?
Because
Why?
none of these people have any
Why?
ideas anymore, and the best thing that you're going to get is that.
Sony is desperate for a franchise. That's all it is.
They've already got one.
They
It's
have
called
Morbius.
Cobra Kai.
They've
Oh, they got
Morbius,
one, and
though.
it's called Morbius and
Yes,
Spider-Man.
and they have Morbius.
Cobra Kai is
Uh,
just one TV show that's been on
It
Netflix.
just- people are dumb. Anyway,
Not quite.
go on.
Not quite enough for a franchise, in their eyes at least.
I
They
just
want
don't get
more.
it.
I mean, they're actually the first couple of episodes are probably all right, but it just got so bad by episode 4.
Yeah.
And I don't think a
Oh,
lot
it
of
only
people
gets
know
worse.
Cobra Kai has been a really good show the last like 4 seasons.
I mean, I said at least like when seasons 3 and 4 came out, I said like, yeah, this might actually be like the best show on TV right now. And to see how far it's fallen in just one season.
Better
My
than Better
God.
Call Saul?
I've been watching Better Call
No.
Saul lately, and that is very good. It's much better than Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad
Also, that
was
wasn't
pretty
running.
good.
Yeah, that wasn't really like on like airing new episodes when seasons 3 and 4 of this came out. So there's that.
But anyway, yeah.
Qualifiers.
We went to a restaurant at Universal Studios called Cowfish. It's
Oh,
one
yes,
of
the
my favorite
Cowfish.
restaurants.
Ooh, yes, with the sushi and the
Mhm.
burgers.
I got a
Mm.
Wagyu beef burger, and it was very good.
Ooh.
You didn't get
So
your
did
favorite,
I.
the banana and peanut butter burger?
I'm never gonna get that again. I
What
got
do you
it
mean you're never
last
gonna get
year
that
in-
again?
when we went. Yeah, I got a banana and peanut butter burger.
I might do that for the meme one day.
I'm allergic to peanuts, and that sounds disgusting.
It's not disgusting at all, actually.
I'm
It
not
is
allergic to
perfectly
anything.
serviceable
That
as
sounds
food.
delicious.
It's just not something that tastes good.
But on a burger, ugh.
Yeah, you know
It's,
Elvis.
Actually,
it's
I could
Elvis's
say
burger.
I could think of a
Okay,
version.
yeah, but Elvis is dead now, so where'd that
No,
get?
Oh,
he's
no,
not
he was
dead.
in Home
went
Alone.
Back home.
Elvis was in Home Alone. Look it up.
That's right. He was also in Home Alone.
Okay, you've got me there. I'll allow that.
Elvis is in Home Alone.
He died from obesity.
Well, no, I think she's
There's-
thinking of John Candy, but
No, you're thinking of John Candy.
No, I'm not. I know that.
Elvis died from drugs.
See, she's on my side.
Best friend.
Well, obviously, Elvis's best friend is going to not tell him that Elvis went home.
No, he was
Elvis died of bad taste. both
Leo,
in
just
fashion
tell
and
her to
food.
Google it.
Oh, Google it. Google Elvis being in Home Alone.
no.
Just no.
No, this is a real thing. I just posted an article. Elvis Presley was alive. Home Alone crew member says King was in the film. Was
Well,
probably
can we really
in the
take their
film.
word for it?
They were there.
13
That
years
doesn't
after
count.
his death. Yep.
That's from a UK site. What would they know about American affairs? We beat them. Ugh.
I'm sorry, Ford. That didn't land.
I know.
But yeah. People claim that this guy back there, that's Elvis.
That's Elvis.
I mean, I think it's Elvis.
He's probably just in the crowd waiting to get beamed back aboard his starship.
Hmm.
I refuse to believe this.
Elvis.
You know, your defense is getting less and less credible now that they start declassifying more and more UFO documents.
It's true.
It's only a matter of time before we find the spaceship Elvis was on.
But have they found the spaceship that the Jackson
yeah, I
5
think-
came in on?
That's a movie.
I think the peanut butter actually works better on a burger than the banana does. The thing is, banana's not an insulting taste to it either. It just doesn't complement it too well.
a banana could work on a burger if it was like caramelized.
Yeah, I
think.
think this might have been actually. No, maybe not. I don't remember. But no, I think if you had like a peanut butter and hot pepper spread for a burger, that would actually be pretty good.
It would be good.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
What sushi did y'all get? Was it the same rolls as last time?
We
or
got the
did-
king
or
roll, which
something
I'm
else?
pretty sure is what we got last time, but it was different.
Was it?
Yeah, because there's like this crab slaw on top. I mean, still very good. What was
we
the other
also
one?
got this one. It had 4 different kinds of fish in it. It was awesome.
I don't remember what it was called. We had like eel and salmon and tuna
And shrimp.
yeah, it was very good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm sure it's not like the highest class Wagyu they're giving out, but I can confirm Wagyu beef is pretty good.
Yeah.
I still can't taste the
Oh,
difference
yeah.
between Wagyu beef and regular beef.
Like, I didn't expect too much, I got it for like the thing of it, but just like, it has a very good like flavor to the grease of it.
Mm.
Very powerful, at least compared to the ground beef I'm normally eating.
That went so nicely on the fries.
Mm-hmm.
Which were not anything to write home about before they got drenched in the juice.
There's the yeah. So we got some donuts.
Ooh, yeah, voodoo donuts.
I got a mango donut and a Butterfinger donut.
I got a mango and a Boston cream
The
because
mango
that
was
is
very
my
good.
favorite.
I like Boston cream as well, but I can get Boston cream Long Johns most places. So
I wanted to try to see if this was like the best of that kind.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, try my favorite flavor made by people who are good at making things. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. So yeah, yep, those are very good. And I mean that's basically it. And then we went home. Oh, and then there's this story, I guess.
Oh.
So we were supposed to leave at about like 2:30. It
Oh,
started
no.
storming. The
Uh-oh.
plane was late, and we couldn't get on. So then we eventually do board, and they're like, "All right, your runway should open up soon. Then we'll be able to get going." All of a sudden, there's a bright flash, and the lights flicker on the plane. The captain comes over the intercom. He's like, "Hey, yeah, we were just struck by lightning,
Nice.
so we've got to get someone out to inspect the plane before we can take off. It takes about 2 hours."
Mm.
Nice.
and then another hour before we take off. So we don't even take off until like a half hour until we're supposed to land back in Michigan.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, and then I just go and I do nothing but work for the next 2 days. One of the days I worked a 15-hour shift.
Oh no.
Yeah. We had fun though.
Yeah, it was a good time. And relatively low budget, all things considered.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten the car yet. Like I mentioned earlier, the rental car is still complicated. But
I don't want to think about that right now.
I think it shouldn't be more than I quoted you at least. But still. All right, so I did have this in the title and I still don't want to complain about this.
Complain
Well,
about
you've got
it.
like 10 minutes, so go.
Really? I'm showing only 40 minutes so far.
Oh,
We started.
forgot
a
we
bit
started
later.
late. Yeah, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Bad.
Look at this terrible set. My goodness.
This is
I don't think the set's so bad.
$350.
The price is bad.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the set, it's bad for the
Well-
price, and it's not even as good as it could be for the price.
Well, isn't the bust? What scale is the bust on? Like, it's not quite 1-to-1, but it's still pretty big.
Yeah, it is hollow, though, and gappy, people say.
Okay, well, it's not as fun.
Of course it is.
Apparently, some guy on Twitter said he designed this without any other input in his basement during the pandemic.
Mm.
And I was just like, who is this for?
Apparently for that guy in his basement. That
No, it's not awful, but $350 just for a bust? No. That people point out
Looks like
there
it
is
might
a
be a
life-size,
1-to-1.
there are life-size Black Panther busts out there that are cheaper than this set.
but that's
And
not
look
bust.
better.
That's just
Nice.
It looks like it's a 1-to-1 scale, which is interesting.
I
Look
don't
at this
know.
man's hands and look at this man's head.
It is
I
close.
mean,
Yeah, for a resin Black Panther bust, you can get it for about $100. Full
see, there you
scale.
go. Yeah,
This is
I don't know.
$350.
I don't know. I think because Lego just has this thing, right? And I think like Pen Plays was trying to get to this. Like they had this thing this year where they see big money at a movie and they're like, all right, we can do something like this. So they do things like this in Avatar, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Uh,
But another thing I really
I
want
don't
to
know.
complain about, we saw some, actually it was part of the trip, after we dropped Mace off at work, we went to downtown Disney while we were waiting for it to be time for us to leave on our flight. Went to
I
the
love
Lego
downtown
store.
Disney.
Mm.
Also, the Lego store is
Oh,
like the
boy.
only one that still like ropes you off from coming in. And
That's
like,
weird.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't like it.
They don't. Yeah, they don't even do that. Like I know they did. They did that when we went to the store at the mall here in Cincy to get the Ninjago City Gardens,
Mhm.
but they don't do that anymore, as far as I know, anyway.
Yeah, they
Been
still
there
did it at this one
months.
for some reason, and I did not
That's
like
weird.
that. Also, I
Alright.
noticed that now a third of the store has all these boxes that look exactly the same. I'm not sure if it's easy to realize until you see all there, just how many of the 18 plus sets there are. And I'm not against the 18 plus line in general, but I have a couple of issues the longer it goes on.
It's starting to homogenize the brand in a way that's detrimental.
The thing is, they think that they need this branding that they don't. For one, people who are going to buy this stuff don't care if you tell them it's 18 plus. Well, a lot of these sets, there's some of them, yeah, they're really complicated, and that's fine to put on. A lot of them don't need to be more than 13 plus. It just doesn't make any sense. And they don't need these boxes. Like, they're ugly boxes at this point. I don't think, I didn't have such an issue with it at first. But the longer it goes on, and like seeing the old, you guys remember the old Lego Ideas boxes that were like the ones designed to be resealed and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we just don't get that anymore. Like, this Black Panther one. Okay, that's not the worst example of this Black Panther one, but look at the Sanctum Sanctorum box.
So not really that interesting.
It's boring, and it should have a
Yeah.
good background.
Also,
Yeah.
the set itself is, I mean, it looks nice.
Better than the Black Panther.
I want it.
Better than the Black Panther bust, of course. Yeah. Also less expensive.
If anybody wants to get me that for Christmas, it is
I
coming
mean,
up.
I'm literally looking at it on my shelf right now, and it just doesn't do it for me like I thought it would.
Oh, you did get it? That's right. I forgot.
I did get it, and the build was just kind of there. And completed, it looks nice, but it's just kind of there now. Like, I don't want to fiddle with it. Like, I compare this, and I compare it to a very high bar here, to Ninjago City Gardens.
Hmm.
Great build, looks nice, commands a lot of space. It commands a presence, unlike the Sanctum Sanctorum, which just kind of feels like it's there. Like, I'm not saying I regret buying it, but I don't know. I miss when Lego sets were an event.
I don't think I have the same issues with it because, like, well, this is meant to represent something very one-to-one.
Mm-hmm.
I just have an issue with the box. Also, with the lighthouse box,
Yeah.
compare it to the old fishing store box.
And that's another thing. Like, even the box commands, some kind of
Why is the lighthouse
feeling,
18
right?
plus, but the old fishing store was 12 plus? They're not that
Yeah,
much
like
different than
I look at the
Confrontation.
old fishing store, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be great. And then I look at the lighthouse, and I should think the same thing, but I don't. Like, I'm just kind of put off from it
Mhm.
almost. Like, there's something about it that looks disinviting.
I really like the lighthouse as a set, but I'm not $350.
Yeah, there's
or-
somebody in our
well,
Discord
yeah, I was about
who
to
is
mention.
building it right now. Is it Justin or Dustin? I always forget his.
Dustin.
Dustin, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I know too many people. And he gets like a bunch of the big sets. He does things where he, builds it up. And it looks good. It looks great.
It just needs a Willem Dafoe minifigure and Robert Pattinson.
Both
Well,
do
wait,
exist.
we've got Robert Pattinson minifigures already. We just
That's
need
right.
a proper Willem Dafoe.
We'll take the
Um,
head from the Green Goblin and just
Mm.
pop it on.
No, there's a shirtless version of him too.
Yeah, but-
That's right, there is from the
We need an
Transformation.
updated version. Also, they need to be in black and white.
Well, we just need the Statue
Yeah.
of Liberty fight.
Yeah. That's what people thought the Black Panther bust was going to be.
Oh, people
such a
thought that was going to
disappointing
be like
turn of
Avengers
events.
Tower or something.
We need Lego Lizard. Been too long.
And then I remember there were rumors
10
that they
years.
thought it was going to be the X Mansion.
That
That was fun.
could still come eventually, but it won't until an X-Men movie comes out for the MCU.
Yeah, but they did put out a Wolverine this year, which put a lot of people in that direction.
It won't happen, just like Doctor Strange happened with the theatrical release. It
Mhm.
won't happen until there's a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have a whole episode on that. Like, Lego superhero division is having issues.
Dumb.
They only put any effort into Spider-Man, and that's only sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're just doing movies now. That's not fun.
No, DC's just doing movies.
DC's not doing
No,
anything.
not even them. Yeah, they're not doing anything now. They're basically
No, they
not
did a bunch of
done.
stuff for the Batman. A bunch of
No,
stuff.
that was last year.
I mean, like the tail end of last year, technically.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything
Wow.
this year.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All they got was like a 4+ set, and I don't think it's even
But
on.
regardless,
the
that
shop
doesn't
yet.
mean Marvel is
Yeah.
just doing movies. There's a bunch of other
I
Spider-Man
mean,
related
this
things.
year they kind of
Well,
are.
those
except
are
for, like,
based off the new
one
Spider-Man Disney
thing.
Junior show.
Yeah. Like,
But
they're all
one
based on
there-
something. They're not just like there. Like they're not just
Hmm.
like an
Even
original
the
thing.
Advent calendar is technically too.
Yeah.
Advent calendar is
that's based on
supposed to be
Holiday
based
Special.
off the holiday special, which might not be coming out this holiday now.
Yeah, I
That would
haven't
be
heard
really
anything
funny.
about it, which yeah. Also, like, isn't that a really bad idea to not have that come out right before the Guardians of the Galaxy third movie?
Well, that movie is not about to come out. Is the problem?
Yeah, but it's gonna come out next year, and as far as we know,
yeah,
this
it's not
holiday
coming out
special
next
is
year.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I'm sure it's going to be pushed forward. They didn't talk about like at all at D23.
They still have Ant-Man and
They
the
revealed
Captain Marvel
that
movie
the High
and more.
Evolutionary was gonna be the villain.
I guess that. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna
like
be
he
delayed.
it had the actor and the costume and
They
everything.
revealed who was going to be the main villain in Ant-Man like 80 minutes ago.
Eh.
I thought Kang
Also,
was
we
gonna be
haven't
the
seen
villain
anything
there.
about that movie either, and that's supposed to be like the first for next year or something like that. I don't know. They should have stopped at Endgame, man.
Nah.
But Spider-Man is good.
No, they should have stopped.
okay.
Well, it would have been a much tighter narrative if they stopped at Far From Home, because that was a good epilogue to the story.
Yeah, I guess.
It was really downhill.
But hey, we got She-Hulk twerking. We've peaked again.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
No, we'll only talk. The only thing that counts is No Way Home after Far From Home.
No.
Literally nothing else.
But yeah, I'm annoyed at Lego
Yeah.
for these boxes. Lego's making a lot of questionable choices lately, like a lot of things. But
Have we gotten any new Lego stuff recently? Like any of us at all?
not like new. I bought stuff off eBay. I got a dragon and a jet and Ninjago stuff. But
I
no,
got some masks recently.
Oh, really?
That's it.
I still haven't bought any of the crystallized sets.
Huh.
And I was so excited for those sets, but they absolutely killed my hype. Hopefully the new season of Ninjago actually comes out in a couple weeks here.
I don't think stores around here ordered a lot of the newer stuff.
Well, no, I
Like,
didn't
I
because it's so expensive.
Well, yeah, because like I've seen a few of the crystallized sets here and there, but not many. I haven't seen like any of the new Star Wars stuff much. Though I have seen the Obi-Wan stuff, strangely. They've got a lot of the Harry Potter stuff, but I think that line is really losing steam because it seems like it's clogging up the shelves. So I'm just kind of waiting for that to go on clearance. Other than that, I haven't seen much. Like, what's City even doing anymore?
I don't care.
Has anybody paid attention to that? Like, it's just
Have we
kind of,
ever?
yeah, like it used to just be like, oh yeah, it's just a new, take on police or whatever, and now it's just like going full on boring town. Like I thought police were boring, but no. Now our new thing is that we have a storefront.
There are 60 sets coming
Woo!
up. Oh no, there's some interesting stuff this year. They had the firefighters, the new color of yellow.
Okay.
There's some farms. There's a sandwich shop. Space ride amusement park truck. Actually, there's some cool stuff in City.
Okay. All right. But like, we don't hear about it. Like
probably
Lego
because
isn't
we
even
don't-
doing a good job of hyping up
I'm
their
pretty
own
sure it's
stuff
just because
anymore.
we don't care about it personally.
I don't know. I mean, I remember way back, I think it was like 2017, they were doing the jungle stuff, and we were so jazzed because they were doing like new animals and stuff.
I didn't care.
Maybe it's just me then. I don't know.
I think it's
I'm
more
old and
so just
jaded, I
that
don't
your
get it.
interest, like how much it's holding your interest, affects how we perceive that they advertise it.
I guess so. Because it just feels like Lego's not doing
Oh
a
yeah,
good
they
job
had
of
a
like
freight
advertising
train.
their
I
own
forgot
thing.
about that. They had a new train
Well,
this year.
Oh,
That's right.
nice try,
Oh, they had an
trains.
express pass. I don't remember this. Do you guys remember the express passenger train being released this year?
No.
No, since we haven't really covered it. I've kind of lost track.
Yeah.
Of
Also, they
some of
did
the
like
reasons for-
the big.
This is a good train.
Also, they did that big Hogwarts Express.
That is a good train.
Oh yeah, I don't like that one.
Yeah, it's just.
Dang, I like this train. It's $190.
What happened to nice
Yeah.
try, trains?
No, they
I
succeeded. This
I
time.
like that version of you better.
But this
Getting
train's
salty, are we?
This is a nice color green. It's not quite as good as what was it? What was it called? Like the sunset or something. You know what I'm talking about? The orange train.
Yeah, that was. How many years ago was that?
It was at least 10, I think.
Yeah, we
Wow.
were
That
younger
was
then.
I like that train. I liked orange.
Yes, I know. We know how much you like orange.
But I do like this. It's got like a old Blacktron color scheme, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like this train. I feel like you need 2 of them for it to look complete, though.
Probably. And think of it as incentive to spend $380.
Yeah, no thanks. Oh, yeah, and then there's the city stunts line. I think you'd talk about that some. They're incredibly
Yeah.
expensive.
We did. I see them from time to time when I stop by Walmart.
And they're, oh yeah, the farm. We talked about the farm stuff, how incredibly expensive that was. 230 pieces for $70.
Wait, is that farm stuff recent?
Yeah, it's this year.
This year? They have Lego City farm stuff?
Yeah,
Wow.
we talked about, you might have, I think it might have been when you're on your honeymoon. We talked about it.
Perhaps, yeah.
But like, yeah, this set, how much do you think this set cost?
Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that was minimum $50, maybe $60.
70.
Oh, that was close.
230 pieces.
I feel like there's not enough wheat. 230 pieces
Yeah.
for $70?
Mm-hmm.
That can't be right.
It is.
Like, I know there's like 1, 2, 3. There's 4 minifigures and
There
2
is a
other
lot of
special molds,
animals.
3 special molds.
More
But
than
still,
that,
that's-
actually. You got the cow, the
Yeah.
sheep, the lamb, the pig,
Yeah.
the piglet.
4.
But that shouldn't be $70.
It shouldn't be.
Oh, and the cow
Yeah, we said the
and the calf.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
Then there's also the new grocery store. Leo, how
Which
much
is
do you
just
think
like,
this one should be?
oh yeah.
That looks like a $30 set.
Also $70.
That's $70?
That's $70 in 2022.
Is that also 200 pieces?
Excuse me.
Good for them.
A 404.
That's a little better, but still, not by much.
Mm-hmm.
That's, oh gosh.
Yeah. So that's why we haven't been noticing City, Ford.
Okay, I'm good.
The
Man.
sets are all right, but the prices are intolerable.
I don't want to fall out of love with Lego like I am. That's the biggest shame of
things
it.
Go through phases. It'll probably be better someday.
I mean, remember when the hobby used to be fun?
It's still fun when you don't pay attention to what's going on.
But it's fun to pay attention.
Yeah, that part's not fun right now.
Yeah.
Alright, but it looks like we're getting towards the end of the episode here this week. If you like depressing stories about Lego, be sure to follow the channel by subscribing, click the notification bell, and you have a 10% chance of being notified when we go live every Monday around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join our Discord server, links in the description below, for discussions on all things Lego and other things you enjoy. It's always a fun time there. Follow us on Twitter for any updates. I usually try and post when the episode is there. And also be sure to check out the episode on Rumble because, you know what? Who trusts YouTube? I made a new Ninjago video and it was immediately copyright struck. It will likely never see the light of day. And now my motivation to ever continue that series was completely snuffed out.
This is a big shame.
Yeah.
But if more people go to Rumble, he'll feel the inspiration to finish the series.
Possibly, yes. I haven't uploaded it to Rumble yet, but I might. Eventually, because I disputed it, eventually they're either going to take down our channel or let us have it. So, we'll see what happens.
No.
That's
Oh, no.
that's an escalation.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, legally, they have no grounds to stand on. Also, the Ninjago episodes still make it out there. So, they're copywriting literally everything just stops people from talking about their show. Yeah. So, do better, Lego.
That's what Sam Wilson said at the end of his show.
Oh no!
You gotta do better, Senator!
Otherwise, that's gonna do it for us today. For Ford, Leo, Mace, and myself, LQ, thank you for listening. See you on the next episode.